Perfect. And she is going, it's a very exciting day today because we're going to talk about how you can make money playing video games. We are entering Web3, the decentralized web, and the metaverse. And now it's becoming possible more than ever to, well, earn from playing video games. It's really that simple. But it's still so new, it's early, and a lot of people are wondering how you even do that, and if it's worth our time, if it's profitable, and on top of that, how we can actually replace our or add to our existing income streams by playing video games. So welcome, Carrie, and I'm ready to get started.
Okay, well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate this. And since joining your Facebook group and learning about what type of community you've created there, I can tell you guys a little bit about me, about my background. I've been in crypto since 2016. I had no idea what I was doing for the first couple of years. So, but I've learned a lot, and sometimes just through mistakes and just getting in there. And Google was my best friend. Lots and lots of research, hours and hours and hours of researching. And through that research, it led me to the various levels of the blockchain. And that research helped me discover Bezoge. When it launched, I saw it on Dex Tools at the launch, and I always had a rule of not buying into projects on day one. You know, I tried to stick by that rule of let me watch it, let me have time to research it, because almost every project, when it launches, there's always going to be that sell-off, that initial sell-off. So I used that typical 3-day rule. 3 days after launch, then I would look at it, and usually by then a project's going to have more information out. So I did that with Bezoge. Just took my time, you know, that first week of studying it, researching it. I joined the Telegram group and started communicating with the people there and the devs, and absolutely fell in love with the project from the very beginning. I don't know if many of you people, there's probably a lot of people that don't know anything about the play to earn games or games in general. I'm a gamer, lifelong gamer, you know, everything from Atari up until present. So I know all about games. I play games on my cell phone regularly. I'm an addict, I have to admit. So when I found out what Bezos was doing with the play to earn aspect on the blockchain, you know, combining it together, I was absolutely excited for several reasons. Number one, I know how much time I spend on just your simple games on the phone, like Candy Crush, for instance, or, you know, I could list a ton of others. But I've been in games where I was involved in the community. And I found out, I didn't realize just how much money people were spending on just your typical games, like a casino game, for instance, that you download on your phone. People were spending thousands of dollars a month for these games that don't pay you anything. There's no reward other than simply saying, oh, I beat a level. So having all of that knowledge going into the project of Bezos just added to my excitement. I saw that vision, like, oh, wow, you know, here's a company that is combining crypto and gaming. And I just, that light bulb went off. I was like, yes, you know. So that started my excitement. And yeah, that's kind of where I am. I started out just as an investor, just like everyone else, but then I became heavily involved in the project and excited and passionate about the project to the point where now I'm officially an employee of the team and the community manager, running all of the Telegram, Discord, helping out with all the socials, doing everything I can with education, safety, bringing in new investors. Almost every single day, I'm teaching someone how to create a wallet, how to navigate the blockchain, you name it.
That does bring up a good point, actually. How did you get in? How did you actually? Did you reach out to the Bezos team, Bezos team, for the community manager position, or like did you go to or did you just like follow the project and they just reached out to you? Because I think a lot of people also want to know how they can get involved with crypto projects. A little side point, but
yes. So I was just actively involved in the community,
okay.
you know, very heavily involved, whether it's Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, just my passion for the project and dedication to it. I was determined to do my part as an investor, doing my part to spread the word about the project. And so I just did what I could. And then the team reached out to me and offered me the position. And of course, I took it because, you know, I love it.
Yeah, perfect. So what exactly is the Bezos project itself? Like the utilities, the problem that they're solving? Like, could you give us a little deep dive on that?
Sure. And if you can still see my screen, I've got our website pulled up.
Yes, we could all see it.
We're in the process of doing a complete revamp of the website.
Okay.
So if you guys want to keep an eye out for it, I'm hoping to have it live by Monday.
Okay.
But when you go to the site now, Bezos.com, this pop-up box is going to appear. And you may wonder what it's for. I can go ahead and explain that a little bit. This is information about signing up for our alpha. So we have our game, Legends of Bezogia. That is our play to earn game that is going to be launching. This pop-up is just a quick guide to sign up if you want to become an alpha tester, which is early stages of testing. I can go into a little bit more detail later on about that, but that's what this pop-up box is for. You can just exit out of it and read a little bit more about us. So Bezos started off the cusp of, you know, Doge and Shiv, these meme coins that were out and popular and making lots of people money. So they took that meme aspect, but decided to make it more than a meme. You know, in the beginning, I always said Bezos is a meme with a purpose. Yeah. And their purpose here, you know, as it says, the first community run decentralized meme coin with its own meme metaverse. So there's a lot of talk about the metaverse, and Bezos essentially has its own metaverse. Okay. We have multiple projects going on within one project. So that's unique and fun. But the big aspect, the first one that's launching soon, is our Legends of Bezogia play to earn MMO game. So the MMO RPG, for those that don't know, it's a multimedia online role-playing game. And what it is, I mean, just think of your traditional video game where you go into and you get to run around and you kill enemies and you collect blocks.
That sounds really fun.
Yes. There's quest, you know, player versus player battles, all sorts of competitions built into the game. I can spend hours just talking about everything that's going on with the game itself. But it's an NFT-based game. Okay. So the game, you can purchase an NFT or you can just download the game and play it, just start playing. And at the end of the day, you collected blocks from various things, whether it's killing enemies or earning them in other ways. You've collected your blocks, and then you can take those blocks and convert them and like cash them out, essentially. Just convert them to Ethereum, for instance, and cash it out, and, you know. So there's that. I don't know how much you, like I said, I could talk for hours. I could keep you all
Yeah,
here for like 5 hours, you know.
you actually covered a lot of questions within that one question that I had on here. So I was going to ask about,
Just
where
tell
it
me which one.
started. You covered that, and then where it's going now. And I was going to ask what MMORPG stood for, but you covered that. Um, so okay, actually got the token now on here. So okay, so how and where can they buy the Bezos token, and what are the utilities of the tokenomics?
Okay. So the token itself is like the mother of them all, if you will. Right here at the top of the website, there's a tab that says Get Bezoge.
Okay.
If you click on that, it's going to take you to a Uniswap link. And my internet is slow. It's been storming here, so I apologize. But as you can see, it's directly connects you to Uniswap. So they've eliminated a lot of steps for you. Simple, easy peasy. So that's how you can get it. We're listed on multiple exchanges. Again, our new website's going to have everything on there. This one even still has, you know, how to create a wallet, going through the steps to buy, and what you need to do. So that's there. The new website will be a little bit more detailed.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one it's definitely interesting. I encourage you to take a look at it before it changes.
Yeah.
See, all of our social links are here too, white paper, and this link takes you to the separate Legends of Bezogia website.
Yeah.
But the main token, I refer to it as the mother token. So
Okay.
it's going to be involved and utilized in all aspects of the project.
Is it like a DAO? Is it a DAO?
Yes, we have a DAO as well.
Okay.
And there's a separate link to our full DAO.
Okay.
You can find all of these connections here, that we have a link tree. And but back to the token.
Yeah.
So there's several aspects of the project. So you've got the token itself, which some people just invest in the token and don't want to get involved in anything else. So that's fine. Here's our tokenomics. So there's a 2% tax, 1% burn, and 1% reward. So that gets redistributed back to the holders. So you get free tokens anytime someone buys, sells, or transfers. So remember that. So that burn especially. So started out with 100 quadrillion tokens.
Okay.
We've currently burned about 57% of the supply already. We launched May 14th, by the way. I didn't say that earlier. But so on here, and these are not all checked off yet because we've got to do the update. But you'll see, hold on. Okay, so here, like Mimazon, that's an e-commerce platform. We might be changing the name because it's too close, but essentially it is Amazon, but for the blockchain. So that's an aspect of the project. And the main token is going to be utilized on that platform as well. The game, within the game, the main token will be utilized. You've got to use the token to purchase blocks. Other transactions are all going to come back around and utilize the main token. So not only with the buy, but also the burn. So all price action, buy and burn, is going to be utilized in each of these. There's another thing, this right here, Blue Beginnings Launchpad. I'm really excited about this too. This is going to be a launch pad for other projects to come in, projects that our devs have vetted and checked the validity and security of their project, their contract. As a Bezos token holder, you have essentially a all access pass to whitelist or pre-sales, if you will, to buy into a brand new project and safely and not have to worry about rug pulls or scams, because our devs have already done the homework. So that's awesome. But each of these, everything I've talked about, the Mimazon, the Blue Beginnings Launchpad, all aspects of this project, the game and all the little details, NFT, sales, everything that is involved in the project is going to have price action on the main token. So it all feeds back in with buy and burn.
With the token, yeah.
So as you can tell, we've already burnt, I said earlier, we're looking at almost 57% of that initial quantity, and the game hasn't even launched yet. So that's why I'm excited. I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
I'll pause there before I continue, because I had a few other things I wanted to kind of show. But yeah, I'll pause because I can talk forever.
No, it's fine. I love it. Like, I mean, you're covering a lot of the questions that I was already going to ask, and it's great because you brought up that last point about the game haven't launched yet. And I wonder, when exactly is the game launching?
Right now, it's in alpha stage. And for those that don't know what alpha is, it's the early testing phase of the game.
Okay.
So what we do is we bring in alpha testers, and anyone can sign up right now and become an alpha tester if you want to go with it and check it out and get a feel for it and test it, if you will. It helps us look for bugs. The more alpha testers we get, it helps give us a better quality product when the game launches.
Okay.
You're testing the server limitations. You're helping the devs check for any cracks, bugs, any errors within the game, or something that needs to be touched up. We can create tickets and send them to them, and they know exactly where to go. Okay, let me fix that real quick, and they fix it.
Okay.
So that's alpha testing. That's the initial part of it. Then it moves into beta. Okay. And then the main launch. So we're still in phase 1. We're getting close to that phase 2 of beta launch. It should be by the end of Q1, which is by the end of March. If not, it'll be early April. So we're really close to beta launching. And what happens when beta launches, there's a major influx of people on the server, you know, going from just a few thousand to maybe 30,000, getting as many people as possible to test those server limits. And all while this is going on, the devs are continuously building the game in the background. There's 8 different worlds inside the game.
Okay.
And a neutral zone. So all of the development is still ongoing behind the scenes while we're working on these other things. And I do have some images I can show you real quick. This is the official announcement channel of the Telegram. So you can just see, you know, some of the quality of graphics. This is early stage development. They like to share images. It's fun to see this, you know, their thought processes, the designs as they go. But these are some of the images of what the game is going to look like.
Okay.
Let me get back and show you. There's one. So there's one of the Bezoge NFT characters.
I can't see your screen anymore.
Oh, you can't see?
I could see the screen, but it's still showing the, are you currently showing images?
Yes, I'm just kind of flipping through. Is it delayed? Okay.
I don't see it on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, Daphne can't see it either. I think that you need to choose the screen that you want to share, because there's in Zoom, if you go down to screen share, it'll come up with a box of screens that you could show. So you might need to choose. You might need to choose the there you go.
Got it. Okay. Yes, sorry. I was flipping too much and forgot that.
No, it's fine. I needed to make sure that that you could share it.
So yeah, I was just gonna do a quick flip through of some of the images here so you guys can see
Oh,
what
wow.
is being developed. You can see some early images. I just love this. I love being
I
so
love
early
it.
into a project where you can see the development stages of
I
what
love the
I
feel.
believe is going to be as popular as Minecraft. Oh, this is one
Yeah.
of our pets. It's an NFT. It's a pet, so it's a sidekick, if you will. But the game, I mean, the graphics, the game, it blows me away. I love it.
Yeah.
Several different worlds. So there's different worlds within the game, and you can see the creativity
Huh.
of the devs here.
Do you think in the future there will be a VR integrations with it? That'd be pretty cool.
They are actually working on that with VR. There's a lot of things that have to be taken into consideration with
Of
this
course.
because we don't want people getting sick or nauseous, you know. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration with the VR, but that is definitely something they're working on.
Cool. That's something I was curious about.
So yeah, and I'll let me close this.
So if they want to play the game, we have to basically it's on the site, the alpha, right? So you just download it. And are we connecting wallets in alpha? Is there a I know you mentioned it before. You don't have the play to earn feature is not integrated yet. Is that correct?
Correct. The play to earn aspect isn't going to come into play until the main game launch. There
Okay.
will be some potential for earning prior to the main launch, some beta, so the next phase of it. There's going to be competitions and battles and a few different things that you can do. So you're technically still earning, but it's not the official play to earn aspect that comes with the main launch. And it'll be available for download on mobile as well as PC.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. So let's see. All right. So where can they buy the NFTs that will be they can actually utilize in the game?
Yes, we have the NFTs that are available right now can be found on OpenSea. And I'm going to share my screen. There is an official link. You want to make sure you're on the right one. And you can join our Telegram, Discord, any of our groups, and make sure you get the official link. Because there's lots of scams out there. And
there is, for sure.
Y'all know what happens with that. But yes,
it's incredible.
and my internet is slow right now.
It's fine. It's fine.
But we've traded quite a bit. There's over 200 Ethereum in volume traded already.
Man.
So
you guys already have a big community and this pretty big market cap too.
Yeah, and I wanted to show a quick comparison. I don't really like talking about other projects, but I wanted to show this comparison real quick because of Axie. They've kind of led the way with the whole play to earn, but they were doing it a little bit different than what our team is doing. So Axie, when they started, it was a little bit more challenging to get a hold of their NFTs. So this is what their NFTs look like here. And they were quite expensive to start to play, to the point where many players had to get a scholarship program, basically someone to sponsor them just so they could play. Our devs said, that's not right. We're going to do it opposite. It's going to be free to start. Anyone can download, jump in and play. But I pulled up this screen just to help give everyone an idea of how early this is and how, I mean, this is the future of gaming. I'm
Yes,
100%
sure.
confident of that. But if you look, I mean, this is just the last 24 hours of Axie. Look at that volume of their NFTs traded, 2.8 million in 24 hours. So if I reference Axie because they paved the way, they're doing it, and I have nothing against them. They are working on updating and changing tokenomics, etc. But our devs are ahead of the game because they were able to see what these other projects did wrong and can fix that. So that's exciting to me when I see a game like Axie that, from what I hear, isn't as challenging or as fun to play. People just do it. That's their source of income in countries like the Philippines. They typically earn, you know, $2-4 a day, but they can come and play a video game and make $30 to $50 a day. That's life changing.
That's awesome. That is really cool. Now, whenever they buy the NFTs, like are the NFT now? A couple questions here in this one is so there's character NFTs? Is there land NFTs? Or like so we can buy plots of land in the Bezos like metaverse?
Yes. So on the website too, it has the Bezoge NFTs, and these are the baby ones. They're small, but there's different ages and different sizes. But yes, you can buy the NFTs, you can buy weapons, you can buy land.
That's awesome.
Skins.
They buy them, and just for people who aren't familiar with how play-to-earn gaming works, so they're buying them and then it goes to their digital wallet, right? Like MetaMask.
Correct. It's just like buying a token. When you buy an NFT, you buy it and then it gets sent to your wallet. There's a few extra steps, you know, depending upon, you know, the networks, the chains, etc. But yes, they end up in your wallet just the way a token does.
Okay. And then whenever they go to play the game, like whenever it's ready, they would, how would they implement what they have in their wallet into the play to earn game?
So when the game comes out, you can, it'll automatically create a brand new wallet for you. If you don't have one, it's just a few clicks. It's turning blockchain, it's making it simple, setting up a wallet in a few clicks. So it can create a wallet for you. Or if you have an existing wallet, let's say you've already bought a bunch of these Bezoge NFTs, you can connect your existing wallet to it. So it'll be a quick, you know, connect wallet, just the same way we do to connect to Uniswap or any of the other exchanges. Quick wallet connect, and it'll incorporate what's the NFTs that are in your wallet. So they're already there. So when it comes time, if you want to sit down and play for yourself, you just select which one that you want to use to play with that day.
That's awesome. I really love, one thing I want to point out is I really love play-to-earn gaming because it's paving the way for mainstream. It's really opening the door for mainstream to come in, because before the metaverse and before play-to-earn gaming, like I heard about it about a year ago, but I was creating something similar to this long before that. But it's funny because it's like we didn't really have that much utility or use cases in crypto prior to this. And even though we did, there wasn't really anything exciting, you know. This is exciting. Like Michael mentioned right here that it's very similar to Zelda, Mario, Sonic, and it's funny, and World of Warcraft, and it's funny you should say that because I've been thinking of that myself. That's why I love the feel so much, because it brings me back. It brings me back to nostalgic times, back in the day when I was playing like Zelda and like Mario and stuff. And that's the feel that this gives me, which is great for the mainstream. With like the way you guys have been doing things is brilliant, because it's hitting home for people in this age bracket. So it's going to introduce the concept of the metaverse and play to earn gaming to millions and millions and millions of people worldwide. That's why this is so amazing, is we're so early in this. Like, we all see it. We're all here because of that. But we want to educate people on how they could take advantage of this without all these technical issues, like the connecting wallets automatically. That's amazing, because people don't like the tech stuff. The consumers don't want to have to deal with things. They want to just open up their phone, go to the Play Store and download something and just go right at it. That's what Bezos is doing, and that's what I love about it. Is it's so, you got their mainstreaming everything. I see that. It's great.
Yes, the simplicity of it is going to be amazing, because I don't know, how many of you have kids, but I have kids and my youngest is 13, and I get notifications all the time where, oh, he's downloaded another game to his phone, so I'm like, okay, I'm ready I can't wait for the day when he installs Legends of Bezogia, because, these kids and all ages, and the thing about this game, I'm thinking that someone as young as 4 or 5 years old can play this game just for fun. But here, you hand your phone to your kid, let them play a game. They can sit there while waiting in a doctor's office or wherever it may be, and they're playing a game and they're earning you money. How awesome is that?
We're going to enter a world where a lot of like the generation that's growing up right now, they're not going to need to work like, we've had to do. They're not going to have to do that, because things are going to advance. Things are going to advance to the point to where we'll be able to make entire livings and journeys with play to earn gaming in the metaverse. We're going to be able to like live in these worlds. And especially when we integrate with VR and AR technology, now we're immersing ourselves in something that's already addictive. So people are going to live entire lives inside the metaverse in the days to come. I'm so sure about that.
I agree, and I know it'll come. And one thing real quick too, so with the NFTs, if you buy them, you can not only play yourself and earn, but you can also rent them out. So you can set it up and set a percentage, so someone on the other side of the world, can be playing 10 hours a day or however long they choose, or you set the limits for, they can be playing and you're earning a percentage of them using your NFT.
I forgot about the renting aspect, and that brings up a really great point, because I've thought about that too. With virtual land, like in the sandbox or the central land, it's so expensive that the normal person can't buy it. So you could rent, like people who have bought land already, they could rent that out, and people can create experiences on it and then monetize it potentially. Now, that brings up a good point. How can you actually rent, like, what's the process in renting out NFTs in the Bezos ecosystem?
So the full details have not been published yet.
Okay.
But from my understanding thus far, it's going to be plain and simple. You log into the game, let's say, and of course, this isn't it, but you can still see my screen, right? Where it says, So my understanding from what the devs have said, it's going to be basically as simple as, oh, I want this one. I want to play with this little green guy here. And I click on it and see if it's available to rent that day.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Cool. Awesome. So let's go to the Q&A now. Real quick, Carrie, can you bring it back to the main page where where you would normally download the alpha version?
Oh, yeah, that's on the home screen when you.
Oh, whenever you. Okay.
Yes, it's a pop-up box. Let me see. It's not.
Okay.
It's not gonna pop up. But
so we were just gonna go to the Q&A, and I was gonna point out that anyone who wants to try out the game, the alpha version, just go to the website that's displayed at the top, and you'll be able to download the alpha version. That's it, right? All you got to do is just click on it and you can download it, right?
Yes, you click on it, but another step that a lot of people have been forgetting is joining Discord. It's important to join. Well, it's a requirement right now to join Discord for the alpha testers.
Okay.
And the reason being is with the so you see, I hit learn more and it took me automatically to the Legends of Bezogia site, and then you can hit the sign up right there. But the Discord, the importance of joining our Discord, we have a designated channel within our main Discord that's for alpha testers alone. So everyone that's an alpha tester is in that channel, and there's communication. If there's issues, errors, bugs, it's all communicated within that channel. So yes, it is a requirement. So if you sign up for this and go through the steps and wonder why you haven't been selected yet, it's a requirement right now to join Discord for alpha. Yes.
Gotcha.
But it's a few, it'll ask basic questions, you know, your username, Discord. It asks for an email, but they're not going to email you. It's just too time consuming. So that's why it's just join Discord. But you can see it's just a few simple questions and submit, and that's it. And if you are an influencer or run a gaming community, they ask this question, so it'll help stand out, so we can make sure those get, I guess, priority, if you will. But yeah, just a few questions and that's it, and you're done. And they're basically approving everyone that signs up and has completed the steps.
Perfect. So all they got to do is just to reiterate, they just got to go there. They just got to sign up, fill that out. And is it how long before they are able to download it? Is it like 24 hours or?
Well, as soon as you get approved, you'll be added to the alpha testers channel, and it's usually pretty quick. And as soon as you're in the alpha testers channel of Discord, you get the download immediately. But currently alpha is only open on designated days of the week.
Gotcha.
Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. Just right now is the testing phase. And those days and times, the existing times and days may change just to allow for the devs. You know, we have devs around the world and China, and so to allow for those devs to be more present during the alpha times, you know, in case it's
okay
all the night for them when the states are playing. So they might be changing up the times, but yeah, you'll have all that information, and there's actually a calendar that'll tell you exactly when the day and time is of the next session when you're
okay. So you said it was Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays?
As of right now, yes.
As of right now. Okay, so it's not like it's not like they're downloading it to their PC. It's like is it like a specific site that's only accessible during those times?
No, you actually do download it to your PC, and I can show you here.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So
just so I can clear things up.
This little icon right here. Oh, and if you can see my wallpaper here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
My desktop. So yes, this is my desktop. This is how voted I am. But this little icon, I'll put it where it stands out a little bit more. But yeah, that's the game launcher. It's a little icon. Just put it on your desktop and click on it, and it'll launch it.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Cool. And then so whenever they download to their PC, then they can go to it, but it's got to be during those specific times. Is that right?
Correct. It won't give you access if it's not open.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to clear that up because I don't want anyone to be confused if like, you know, they download it on a Tuesday and try to go to it.
Well, and that's another reason why, you know, it's important being in the Discord, because, you know, you can ask those questions and we'll tell you right away, okay, alpha's not open. That's why it's not working for you. It's not open today. But no, you'll have a calendar and of the open times. And then, of course, we're getting close to beta. And then by main launch, any and everyone around the world can just download it and start playing.
All right, sweet. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions? We got a little, we got some time for a Q&A. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them now while we have Carrie on the Zoom, and then we can get those questions answered. Anyone has any questions, feel free to, you guys can share your video and unmute yourself if anyone wants to make themselves seen. That is also fine.
Hi,
what's
Daphne.
up?
Hi. So my question is, because I'm so ridiculously new, but I'm not a gamer, but my son is a gamer. And so I just want to make sure that I understood everything that was said. I have all the notes. I don't need to have it reiterated. My question is, when does it turn into money? Does it have to, like, are you turning it into the NFT and then you can, after you've played and you've earned a certain amount, then you cash it out? Like, I heard it, but it didn't go all the way in. Could you just say that part again? Because I wrote it, but it didn't like click. And I just wanted to hear that part again.
Yes, of course. So there's a couple things with that. When the main game starts, I don't know 100% the specifics on the time frame, if it's going to be 24 hours or a few days. But just like with, pretty much any game out there that you can download on your phone right now, some of these games you might be collecting coins or, something that just gets up in your stash and you can't do anything with them. It's just bragging rights. But with this, so you're going to be collecting blocks, and there's 8 different color combinations of blocks within the game. And essentially those blocks are their own token itself, but you're going to be collecting these blocks. And whether it's 24 hours, 48 hours, the devs put a delay on the cash out time just to allow the blockchain processes of, converting to Bezos and other currencies. And if there's potentially anyone, let's say a scammer or someone taking advantage or cheating, whatever it may be, that allows that time delay to settle any potential dispute. So it may take a day or two, but once you get all those blocks saved up in your wallet and it's ready to be cashed out, it's just going to be a few simple steps of clicking it and cashing it out. And let's say you want to convert it to Ethereum. It's going to be just a few clicks. So they're trying to make it as simple as possible. That part of it has not been released publicly yet, the exact process of it. But generally speaking, that's how simple it's going to be. Few clicks and you're cashing it out and converting it. It's going to be in your wallet. And then if you, whatever funds are in your wallet, then of course use a centralized exchange to send it straight to your bank account. So that's another great point too. With kids, you'll need an adult to do that part, because legally anyone under 18 can't have a crypto wallet and send it to a bank account, etc. But you can still put those kids to work. I plan on
it. For sure. Fantastic. Great question, Daphne. I have another question here from Christian Cutsy. He asked, how long did it take to develop the game he asked for how long it took to develop the game before it went to alpha.
Well, the token launched May 14th, and the devs had kind of already started doing some developing around the early months and in June. So from June until now, and it'll continuously be developing and growing. So technically it'll never stop developing, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing. Yeah. Because especially with like, open source worlds starting to become more popular, it's literally the metaverse is going to be ever expanding, just like the universe is ever expanding. That's what I feel like. At some point, I'd love to live in a world where, you could take your NFTs into like any metaverse. Like I don't know how that would come about, but eventually we'll have that cross chain situation where they're all going to start to be interconnected within the universe, the metaverse, and all that. So cool. Any other questions we got? Let's see what we got in the chat here.
Yeah, I don't have the Facebook page, so
No,
I'm not.
it's fine.
Pulled up,
I
so
have the Facebook one open here.
okay, good.
Yeah, I've got the Facebook one open on this side and then Zoom over here. Let's see what we got. Do we have any questions, guys? Any other questions while we have Carrie on? Let's see.
While people are thinking of questions, another thing I can point out, our devs are turning the project, they're establishing themselves as a corporate entity. So an actual corporation. Not many crypto projects are doing that. So, you think of corporate entities like your AT&T, your GMs, your big corporations.
Yeah. Awesome.
We're getting established as an actual corporate entity.
Perfect. I really appreciate this Michael character in here answering these questions. He the developer or?
No, Michael is great.
Awesome.
He's an amazing team member. And that's one thing with our community. The entire community comes together as the team member. He's a community member that is always in Discord, in Telegram too. Our community is helpful. And if anyone is looking to get into the project, or even when the game comes out, even if you don't invest into the token itself, when the game comes out, feel free to join any of our community pages, accounts, Twitter even. There's so many people that are always willing to help. Discord is great for the game itself, but any of the community platforms, you're always going to find someone who's knowledgeable and helpful.
So Nick asked, okay, so he asked, why is it that most crypto projects do not organize as a business or a corporation? I think, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think it's a centralization situation, because most crypto companies are trying to create a decentralized economic structure, I feel. So organizing as a corporation, I don't know, like, do you have an answer for that?
Well, honestly, I think most of them wouldn't even qualify for it.
Yeah.
I don't know all of the legal side behind it.
Yeah, I'm not a legal person either.
So. But I'm guessing in the decentralized too. But I think what's great about it is setting ourselves up as a corporate entity allows for that crossover.
Yeah.
So let's say, we want to, I don't know, just have a registered trademark of items and
for sure
stuffed animals or whatever it may be in the future. Having that corporate entity as a registered business opens so many more doors instead of just being on the decentralized on the blockchain. You can do both. You can have that real world, trademark company, and whatever we can create out of that. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
For sure.
You're just combining, you get the best of both worlds, blockchain as well as a corporate, the potential of.
That's kind of what we're doing too. Like I've got, most people are still in Web 2. They haven't really been exposed to Web 3 yet, so they don't really understand how it all works. And like we're building a foundation in Web 2 right now, with Gigs of Meta, which is the freelancer marketplace for metaverse service experts connecting with projects. And of course, we have, MetaKnow, which is the information site for people who want to gain more insight and knowledge on the decentralized web. And we're also going to have our own metaverse in the future. But at the moment, I'm learning all I can with everyone I can. Like, that's why I have these calls, because I don't have all the answers, but I know how to find the answers. That's important, finding the answers and executing them. And creating a team, creating a community ourselves. We're still in the early stages and early days, and the people who are in the early days are going to be rewarded later, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's still so early. It's still early in crypto in general, with such a small amount of the world population adopting it. I mean, it grows every day, but still, we are still early in crypto, much less this level of the blockchain.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, if no one has any more questions, we are going to close up here. Let's see. Okay, no more questions in the Facebook chat. If anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask, or we're gonna end shop. We're gonna this was a very fun call. It was exciting. I'm really looking forward to seeing where Bezos heads in the future, and I'll be keeping a close eye on it. And I can't wait to be involved myself and invest, which I will be doing here this week.
Yes, so, and anyone, if you have further questions, join the Telegram, Discord. There's a community page, the main Facebook, Reddit. Go whatever it may be. I'm on all platforms. So there's other helpful people like Michael and so many awesome community members that are there too. Reach out to us. Just go to the website and that home screen I showed you earlier that had all of our social links, just to make sure you're connecting to the proper one. Because as we know in this world, there's scams and fake Facebook pages, fake Telegram groups, you name it. So the scammers are everywhere. Don't trust anyone in your DMs. Never give out your seed phrase to anyone. And but connect on any of the main social platforms, and I'm everywhere. If I'm happy to help, even if you don't know anything about crypto and don't know how to set up a wallet, or I've helped people daily. I help people get involved into crypto. It's almost like a passionate goal of mine. I want everyone to be involved in crypto, and especially Bezos, of course, but I'm willing to help.
I'm like laughing over here because I'm like pointing to myself, but you didn't see me because you were looking down my debit card. You caught me like totally pointing to myself. Like, okay, I don't mind being out though. I like being out in case somebody who's not showing their face is also hiding and biting, and maybe they're feeling like they shouldn't say, "Oh, I don't have experience in that." And I think it's okay to not have any experience with so freaking new, because in 5 years from now, I'm going to be a total mouthpiece. They're going to be like, shut her up. And I'm going to be on stages, and getting other women who are my age into this, because that's the thing. Like, this is like a young thing, or that's what everybody would say, except, when you have big companies jumping in, it's serious. But I mean, as far as like getting in on this side, I don't mean being a big Walmart. I don't mean being a big Coinbase or whoever who knows that they're going to make oogles and boogles of money. I'm talking about business owners like myself, small business owners who are women and who they heard about it. They don't know about it. Doesn't make sense. They have kids who are gamers and they're like, oh God, shut up. And now they're like turning it over to like, I'm telling my son, hey, you need to come in on this thing. This is your milieu. And like last night, I finally had his ear. Like, he's been blowing me off, but I saw him on Valentine's Day and I got him nice things. So of course he has to call his mother, right? And then I'm like, okay, but you need to be in on this thing. So that's the space that I want to hold for people who are, you know, in my age group, but also people who are in your age group, like Devin's age group. They're all like 20s, and, you know, they're all in their 20s. It's so cute to me. But they're all like,
I'm
you
mid
know,
40s, so I'm
they're
middle
all
aged here.
seven-figure earners, and, you know, so it's very cute to me. But, you know, this is why I want to bring women, you know, who've had children, who've raised children, and get them like seriously into, okay, let's get serious about making some money for not only our legacy, but for ourselves, because we're going to be old one day. How do you get to be old? That's the question. I'm not even playing. Like, do you want to be old and on cruise? I just got back from a cruise, but on cruise ships that are very elite, or do you want to be, you know, decrepit and in a nursing home? I mean, I'm sorry to say it that way, but like, you know, if you don't have enough money to take care of yourself, that's kind of what happens. And so I want to be that person who really helps women, especially who are business owners, get into this, learn what you're doing with the gaming, and be like, okay, how do I make my own game? Because this is actually what happens, is that, you know, people pee-shaw us off because we're like old, right? They call us old all over TikTok. It's so funny. But we're a different type of old. We ain't, you know, we ain't your grandmother's old. You know, we're a different, we're a different space altogether. And so that's why I want to be here. And I'm so honored that Devin invited me to the group and to come and be part of this new world. It's a brave new world. My whole life is Star Trek. This is like Star Trek for me, like in reality. Mm-hmm. This is like Star Trek.
It's fine. No, we're taking it all the way to the metasphere. That's what I've called it, the metasphere. The metasphere. But it's funny because it's you know, you mentioned we want to create our own games too, and our next training is going to be on how to actually build your own play-to-earn game. Something simple, something that can get your hands-on skills, and hopefully we can get a you know, one of the developers on. That would be amazing. And it doesn't have to be anything advanced, but I would love to get at least the elements down on what skills you need. Because if we can get this, if we could get the wireframe of what you need to build your own play-to-earn game, then people can start to resolve on solving that, on actually learning that skill, and then start to build their own game along the way. And then the next training after that, I hope we can get something more advanced. So that'll be fantastic. But so I do want to have a 3-part series to this. You know, of course, you know, I know Carrie's really busy. I know that the developers are extremely busy, but hopefully we can get something together on that level, you know. Anyway,
maybe we can, I can talk to him and try to get something set up, just very basic information. It would likely be later in the evening US time because China, but yeah, I can probably arrange something, but it might be, you know, a little ways out because in fact, I told them last night, they were on a Twitter space, a couple of them were on a Twitter space chat with us, and they were at the gym and talking about something else. I was like, okay, y'all need to hurry up and get back to work.
I get it.
I'm like, come on, get to work. Let's get this game out, you know.
No worries at all. Like even if they wanted to like record their screen and do something on their own time, doesn't even have to be live. It could be like just some clips of something that they've done or something pre-recorded. I totally get it. I totally understand. Just I'm on your time. I'm definitely on your time, and you know, I'm really excited about the future of all of this. And I really appreciate Carrie for taking the time to be on this with us, and thank you, Daphne, for your energy.
Yeah.
And if you haven't applied to Gigs and Meta yet, anyone watching, this is a metaverse freelancer marketplace that can connect you to metaverse jobs, people and projects looking for your services. Because some people, get this, some people are not going to want to build their own stuff. They're going to want, it doesn't even have to be a project. It could be a single individual looking to create a play-to-earn game. You can hire someone who knows how to do it and get that made for you. Some people are not going to want to do the skills. They're just going to have money and be like, you know what? I want to get this done. Let me pay an expert to do it for me. That's what's just going to end up happening. So apply to Gigs of Meta at gigsofmeta-application.com, and we'll onboard everyone, and we'll launch the official marketplace here in the next couple of weeks, and now we'll get the ball rolling on that. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you next time. Metaverse Secrets.